We'll talk about a book that Six and Spring Publishing sent us that I was really excited for. Right here, I teased it earlier. It's Drawing Superheroes Step by Step. So it doesn't have a very fancy name. It's everything you need to know about this book is in the name. It is by Christopher Hart, who has made a whole bunch of these step-by-step how to draw books. And basically, it is what it sounds like. It's a step-by-step book on how to draw superheroes. So on the surface, it looks very elementary. It doesn't look anything. It's not too thick of a book here. I got these pages here because I've got some cool. I got some stuff bookmarked here to show you guys what we did. But basically, it's pretty basic stuff. A lot of it shows just different ways on how to draw a mouse. Gives you step-by-step instructions on how to draw a whole bunch of different things. What's cool is the book is broken down into various chapters. So it starts out with the simple things: how to draw a nose, how to draw an ear, how to draw a mouth. And then it moves up to how to draw a side profile, a front profile, how to draw an eye mask, how to draw, a helmet. So this book is, what's cool, what I really liked about this book is dedicated to drawing superheroes. How to draw basically comic books. I drew a lot when I was younger in junior high, high school, elementary. I got pretty decent at drawing, but some of the problems I always had was drawing action poses. I could draw front-facing stuff or one-dimensional, but I could not figure out how to draw things in action. I really wish I would have had this book when I was in junior high, really working on all my stuff, because this gives a very detailed look into how to actually drawing something at angles. In fact, one of the pictures I chose was a side profile picture, kind of a three-dimensional picture, because I always had a problem drawing them, and I wanted to see how good this book was. That was one of my weaknesses, drawing, and I will show you guys in a minute what it looks like. So before I get into that though, but like it said, the book breaks down into all these different poses and stuff like that, and it finally ends with, some actual full-on bad guys. What's cool is it shows how to draw heroes, so the very heroic poses, how to draw capes and heroic stances and stuff like that, and then it shows how to draw a villain, so evil stances, evil looks, evil faces. So it gives you a lot of range on how to draw these different things, and like I said, it gives you a real, how to start here. So like this one right here shows you just a lot of simple lines and circles and stuff, and how you connect them, and then how you kind of fill everything in, and then how you go a little more detail, and then finally, it also covers a lot of shading, how to shade things in. It doesn't, unfortunately. I kind of wish it would have showed a lot more how to ink things in, because I've never been able to ink, but that's a small nitpick. This book has a ton of information, so I'm sure they'll probably come out with a how to ink comic books at some point. But let's see here. Like the last chapter, they have they even go into stuff like how to do speech balloons properly. So where to put them, around each person. It also goes over how to panel a comic book. Let's see here, how to draw
That's
locations.
the one I was doing. Okay.
Yeah, so right there. So how to do a panel sequence. So if you've ever had any inkling how to draw a comic book, how to draw one and what you want to do, it's not too much detail, so you don't feel like you can jump in. So it's not overly explicit, so you're just like, man, I'm a novice drawer. I can't read this and copy it. It makes everything very simple. I found it super easy to use. So I want to show you guys just what I mean. So I also had my 4-year-old and 7-year-old daughters wanted to help me do this project, and I figured the ultimate test for a book about how to draw a superhero was to actually try and draw a superhero and see what it looks like. Now, mind you, like I said, I have a little bit of artistic ability, so I've been drawing a little bit, so I don't want it to be like, I've never picked up a pencil. But that being said, it's been years since I've drawn anything, so I'll show you in a second. Now, my daughters, like I said, are 4 and 7, and they drew their own too. Now, my 4-year-old, I helped her a little bit because she was getting a little frustrated. But the first picture that we drew was this one right here. This lovely girl with the domino mask and the short hair right there. So as you can see, it gives us a step-by-step how to start, and then the various steps to get to this point. All right. So my 4-year-old, that's her drawing. That's Chuck's drawing.
Just remind people, that's a 4-year-old. That's pretty much better than anything I could draw by myself right now.
Yeah, this is a 4-year-old drawing right here. So, I mean, I did help her a little bit with the eyes and the mouth and the shape of the head, but she did the hair. And she actually drew the entire circle. I had to do the chin because She originally had the chin like down here all the way like a giant. So, I helped her a little bit, but she did do a lot on her own. So this is not all me right there. And then my 7-year-old, I did not help her at all. This is all her, just from the book and following instructions of the book.
That's pretty damn good.
That's my 7-year-old. So this is what she got from reading the book. Now we sat down for about 20 minutes. We looked at one picture and we just sat down and drew together. So this was her 20 minutes from following instructions from the book. All right.
Pretty rad.
And then this is me, like I said, same time frame with helping my 7 and 4-year-old draw their pictures and then drawing my own pictures, same 20 minutes of doing the book.
Look at you, Brian.
I haven't drawn in a long time and I'm pretty proud. And like I said, this is definitely, she's got her head turned at an angle and I've never been able to draw multi-dimensional. Everything I've always been able to draw has been facing it. So I was really proud of this picture just because of the fact that she's got her head turned. It's got dimension to it.
Yeah, I'm right with you. When I was trying to do art, as a kid, I could never get anything that was like not a straight. Like it had to be like a line here, and I could try and do everything like straight on. If it was like this.
And the thing I loved about this book is just drawing that. There's a couple like. Christopher writes, the way he writes and explains drawing, he just doesn't show you step by step. He does a great job of explaining how to draw it and just the little nuances. And from a guy who does have a little bit of drawing experience, like I said, it's been a while, all that all of a sudden kind of clicked in my head and made sense, and it just made me angry that I did not know this 10 years ago. Maybe I wouldn't have quit drawing, But
if only all your art teachers weren't such big hippies and just said, just do what you want.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I said, they go into detail about the symmetry and the lines, and it makes it really good how you can, it breaks it down so even if your lines aren't the right exact perfect way, it keeps your eyes symmetrical to your nose and it puts everything where it's supposed to versus just putting an eye over here and eye over here and a nose and it just looks terrible. So
I would always draw one eye like perfect how I wanted. And then my other eye would be like all fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. And so, like, look at here at the mouth. So, like, just looking at the simple mouth. I mean, just from this picture to this picture is not that much different detail, and it shows so easy how to draw it. So, honestly, this book has inspired me to start drawing again. You want to know? You want the best review I can give this thing? This book has inspired me to start drawing again. I am very proud of this picture. I could not draw 3 dimensions, and that is a 3-dimensional character. 20 minutes. I haven't picked up a pencil in years. I mean, I still sketch Ninja Turtles occasionally. I got this simple Ninja Turtle drawing that I do, but yeah. So, needless to say, I'm very excited. I got one more picture to show you. So my daughter, my 7-year-old, sat down, and this is a much more complex picture. Now she tried to draw this picture just based off of, just based off this with no knowledge. She grabbed the book herself and just tried drawing. So her final product is supposed to look like this lady. Now it's 7 years old. I mean, it has the eyes, it has the diamond head, it has the hair.
Pretty good.
Yeah. By herself, no supervision, she just sat down and drew it. So the fact that she showed me this picture and I could tell that at least was a face and had a you could see the outlines of a superhero on here. Very first time she tried it. Like I said, that was her first go, and this was her second. I did not help her at all.
Yeah.
So, even from here to here, you see the improvement that just this book, working with this book has already helped her draw better. So, anyway.
I think it's something that I want to get. I mean, probably, maybe I don't think for myself, because I never really had artistic, but my kids both, really love drawing and doing that stuff, so.
Yeah, it's, I highly recommend this book. Drawing Superheroes Step by Step by Christopher Hart. It's published by Sixth and Springs. It's currently available right now on your shelves. You can get it for $19.99 at your local bookstore. You can probably get it on Amazon. Usually Amazon has it for a few dollars cheaper, but I would pay $20 for this book. If I did not get sent this book, if I had to send this back, I would go buy another one because, like I said, it's inspired me to start drawing again. I mean, that's my 4-year-old. She drew that. I mean, and not just that, we always talk about our Geek Dad moments, and that's mine. I'm really proud of it.
Right.
You know, we always talk about our Geek Dad moments, and I'm really looking forward to having many, many more with them. So this is so easy that a 4 and 7-year-old can look at it and still make pictures that make them feel good about drawing and inspire them to continue to draw. So pick it up, everybody.
And you said it's more than just drawing the superheroes. It's actually laying out comic books and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't go into massive detail about comic books. It definitely focuses on the characters, on how to draw villains, heroes, action poses, male, females. One thing I really liked is it tells you the differences between the men and the women. How to, you know, you can have a square jaw, but how you have a softer jaw. And it goes into details on how to differentiate your figures so that you can tell feminine and male, strong characters, but male and female. It dives into villains, how you can make them evil just by hunching them over a little bit more. But the whole last part is about shading, low light, talk about how to do low light, shading, effects, how to draw effects to make things look evil, little demon shadow back there. And then, like I said, finally, they even talk about splash pages, so full spreads, multiple heroes, how to draw them. But yeah, I mean, paneling, you know, you could read this from start to finish and you could know how to draw your own superhero comic book. Now, obviously it takes time and energy. You can't just read this once and be like, I can be Jim Lee. But this
I'm
definitely,
going to write the next Watchmen, and I'm drawing it.
Exactly. But if you want an introduction to something, or if you have a little bit of artistic ability and you really want to take it to the next level, this is a fun book, man. I recommend it. And if nothing else, if you like to draw and you want to get your kids into drawing, this is something that you could do with them. And it gives you step-by-step, so you don't have to explain it. You can explain. All you got to do is explain what the book that's explaining what it means and how to do it. So anyway, I am very much looking forward to doing more of this with my kids, and I will definitely be showing you guys on the show some of my proud dad pictures as I draw more pictures and become a world-famous artiste. Look at that. I'm on my way. Jim Lee.
Even more famous.
Hey, somebody, call me. Mark Wade. Mark Wade, you want an artist for your comics? Don't call me because
all Brian can do right now is a female's head.
I can do a floating head. I'm going to make that amazing floating head. Anyway, so that's my review. Drawing superheroes step by step. Buy it. From 6th and Spring Publishing. Check it out. Get it now.
I'm going to be buying it. So
$20, $19.95, probably cheaper on Amazon. All right.